Welcome to the FX Options Weekly Outlook, a weekly podcast series hosted by Jason Ayres, a top instructor, trader, and founder of OptionSource.net. Join Jason as he discusses the latest trends in the Forex market with a look ahead on the US dollar versus the major currencies using the most commonly used technical indicators.
Well, hi there and welcome to the ISE FX Options Weekly Outlook for November 28th, 2011. As always, this is Jason Ayres of OptionSource.net. Let's start off with a look at a weekly chart of the US dollar index. This is a great way to gain perspective as to how the US dollar has been trading against a basket of currencies, while the US dollar index continues to climb higher as uncertainty looms over the state of the euro. The 80-81 focal zone remains a bigger picture overhead resistance, and a break beyond that confirms a much bigger picture continuation to the upside. However, after such a significant move, we are open to a pullback this week that could see this US dollar index slip back down towards the 78-79 focal zone. The daily snapshot reflects the resistance level at 80 and the 78-79 support zone that is likely to be tested this week. Let's take a look at the CDD, the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. Well, we had the 104-105 resistance zone as a target last week and saw a break beyond that on Friday. While we are open to a continuation higher, a retracement of this after this significant move to the upside is likely with our major support level sitting down at this 102-103 focal zone. Let's take a look at the YUK, the US versus the Japanese yen. Well, the YUK traded into our 77.5, 78 target, and a break above 78 should signal a continuation higher. However, based on the range that the YUK has been in over the last several months, we are open to a retracement back down to the 77 level. Let's take a look at the EUI, the US dollar versus the euro. Well, the EUI is testing a major resistance within the 75-76 zone. A break above this 76 level should signal a trade higher. However, considering the importance of this overhead resistance level, we are open to a pullback down towards the 74 level. Let's take a look at the BPX, the US dollar versus the British pound. Well, the BPX now tests a major resistance level, and a break above 65 should signal a continuation higher. Once again, after such a significant move, we are open to a retracement lower down towards the 63.5, 64 support. Let's take a look at the US dollar versus the Australian dollar as seen here in the ISE FX options pair value AUX. Well, the AUX continued to climb higher, and provided that the 102-103 zone holds as support, we are open to a continuation. However, after such a significant move to the upside after the last several weeks, we are open to a highly probable retracement down to retest support at the 100-101 level. Let's take a look at a few of our key points. First of all, the US dollar index continues to trend higher. However, it is due for a pullback. While the path of least resistance remains to the upside, we are open to a short-term pullback. The CDD continues to push higher, hitting our 105 target. While the trend remains up, we are open to a pullback this week. The YUK hit our target at 78. The pair value has been range-bound, suggesting that we are likely to see a pullback from the current level. The EUI is at a major resistance. While we suspect further upside, we are likely to see a pullback this week. The BPX also hit a major resistance but continues to trend strong to the upside. We do expect a pullback this week that could test 63.5, 64 as support. The AUX hit our 102-103 target, and while the pair closed above 103 on Friday, we are open to a pullback after such an extended move to the upside, bringing 100-101 into the picture as support. And this has been your ISE FX Options Weekly Outlook for November 28th, 2011. As always, this is Jason Ayres of OptionSource.net reminding you to sign up for your free webinar at www.optionsource.net. Thanks for joining me here this week. We'll see you here next week.
Thank you for participating in this week's session. Please join us again next week. For trading ideas, exchange rates, webinars, news, and commentary, visit www.fxoptions.com. Become an OptionSource.net member. Visit www.optionsource.net. ISE FX options can be easily traded through all options-enabled brokerage accounts. These exchange-listed securities are cash-settled in US dollars and have a European-style exercise.